But over years, now our portfolio has increased.
Right.
You know, we are doing more on 5G telecom. We are getting into 6G also, right? Today, almost 50% of our business is exports. When we go and present in front of North American customers that we are coming from India, it kind of helps us. We are able to convince more and more customers to move their manufacturing from other parts of the world to India.
Hi, this is Danish from Moneycontrol, and today we are joined by Mr. Vivek Bansal, who is the co-founder and president of VVDN, which is a contract manufacturer. And the company has been making several products from electronics to telecom to railways to defense, and also the company is venturing into other new categories. So thank you, Vivek, for joining us. And then obviously I would want to start this conversation being an Indian company. What is your view on the electronics industry? Because you started the journey in 2007, and since then, what has changed for you as a company and for the electronics industry at large?
Yeah, thank you. And first of all, I want to make one correction. So VVDN is not just a contract manufacturer. We are a large design and manufacturing company, right? We are roughly about 5,000 engineers in India, and we do electronic product design, a lot of software activities, cloud and everything, and we take the products to manufacturing. I think the overall electronics landscape in India is changing dramatically, right? And it's changing on daily basis. We are really, happy to see the way government is incentivizing companies. They want to do more in India. They're coming up with newer schemes. It all started with PLI schemes, right? To begin with, in telecom, in IT and other area, white goods and others, right? That has really helped Indian companies to invest on doing products in India. Thereafter, there's been design-linked incentives also. So, the whole ecosystem what now government has built, that's kind of helping companies like VVDN to do more product designs in India. It's also encouraging local OEMs, right? Local product companies to do more and more product designs in India. So when we started, it is originally focusing on industrial IoT, for instance. We were doing cameras, we were doing networking wireless products, right? Telecom products. But over years, now our portfolio has increased.
Right.
We are doing more on 5G telecom. We are getting into 6G also, right? We are doing data center servers kind of product. We are doing railways and automotive and other newer domains, right? Defense and others. So I think there's so much electronics to be done, and all of that is an opportunity for all Indian companies.
Right. So a new electronics component policy is there in the market, and the government has received proposals which is far better than the expectation that set previously. So are you going to participate in the ECM 2.0? And in which category you think you will be working for?
So there are a bunch of them. So we are going to do PCB fab, right? So we made that announcement quite some time back, and so we are doing PCB fab. We also want to do display manufacturing. We are doing capex goods. We will be doing several component level, connectors and other things also. So we are very bullish on doing more and more backward integration, and so certainly we are participating in that PLI.
Right. So how the existing PLIs have helped VVDN grow the business? Because you are approved for both telecom and IT hardware policies, the schemes. So how has been the journey so far since the company was approved under both the schemes?
So I think first of all, fantastic PLIs from government, right? Great initiatives. It has helped us in many ways. First of all, when you are setting up, when you are investing into doing more in India, right? So you're investing into production lines and infrastructure and everything. These PLI schemes certainly help you with those investments, right? That's number one. The scheme is also a mechanism where the lot of large companies are now, they've now started to manufacture in India, right? So it's in public domain. We manufacture for HPE, right? And so these are the schemes, which helps us acquire those customers, right? To engage with those customers to do more manufacturing in India. Yeah.
Right. So the broader objective is to also leverage on the China plus one strategy
Yeah.
of various companies, a global value supply chain. Do you think that is working or that is progressing well in India? Are more component companies, are more global companies looking India as the destination for manufacturing?
I think so. I think it's quite working out well. And see, first of all, India itself is a large market. You know, we are with this kind of population, right? We are a huge consumer ourselves, right? So I think these schemes have certainly helped to bring more and more manufacturing in India, design in India,
Okay.
and now going backward, right? So I mean, if you look at 10 years ago, there was very little manufacturing that used to happen. It started with doing SKDs and then CKDs, right? Now it's going more backward. You know, the mechanicals are now being done in India. The component levels are now moving to India. So certainly these schemes are, very helpful to bring more manufacturing to India. And see, ultimate objective would be not just do for India, but for exports also.
Right. So, how big is your global business? You export to several countries, and you work with a lot of global companies. So,
Yeah.
how has the growth been on the export front?
So very good. You know, we have our export is actually doing very well, and today almost 50% of our business is exports.
Okay.
And we are exporting to countries like US, Canada, Europe, Japan, Korea. Right. So our export component is increasing, and we are seeing a good growth.
Right.
So see, again, a few years back, India was not the destination for manufacturing. Companies in North America or other parts of the world would come to India for software activities, but not for manufacturing.
Right.
But now this whole, manufacturing ecosystem being created in India and news around it and buzz around it, right, has really helped. When we go and present in front of North American customers that we are coming from India, it kind of helps us, right? So we are able to convince more and more customers to move their manufacturing from other parts of the world to India.
But is there any uncertainty in the minds of the partners or the future partners, even though the electronics are not covered under the tariffs announced by the US government, but still are they skeptical about doing more business with Indian companies? Because you never know, because it has been very patchy in terms of the policy of the US government.
So a little apprehension is there for sure. I wouldn't say no, but at the same time, we are very optimistic. Indian government is in deep discussions with US government, and they're going to work out something special between India and US, right? So hopefully that'll happen. And in this process, we are also setting up, a small manufacturing shop in the US, right, to take care of some real local manufacturing needs of North America, right? So we are doing that as well.
What sort of products you're going to make in US when you do that?
So these would be largely linked to city defense, which are really need to be done in US.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Since you mentioned design is also a core focus of the company, and that requires a lot of investment because you need to develop local IPs. How much you have invested so far, and what is the plan going forward?
See, we are investing a lot, and our genesis has been to design products in India, right? So design first and then manufacturing, right? That has been the core DNA of the company. So today, almost 60-70% of the work that we manufacture is all designed internally in the company.
Right.
So, and we have also realized that is also one of the ways why we are able to convince customers that you should work with VVDN because of our design strengths.
Okay.
Right. So I think that's kind of working out well for us.
So you mentioned several sectors where you are providing your solution or making, or rather developing products. Which particular segment is doing well now for VVDN compared to previous times when electronics and telecom were main revenue drivers? You mentioned railways, data center, and defense also. So are you like doing more in terms of designing, in terms of IP creation, and also manufacturing? Have you onboarded customers?
Yes. So see, as of today, data center, telecom is cameras is big contributor. Automotive is a big contributor of our business. But we are seeing, first of all these sectors are really growing well for us, and we continue to do more. In addition to that, we are adding new sectors like railways and defense and aerospace, right? So we are expecting new domains would also increase
So
significantly.
speaking of defense, will you venture into drone manufacturing?
Well, we don't do drone manufacturing today, but in future, you never know. Yeah.
Okay. And telecom particularly, because I think FWA routers and then CPs are locally being manufactured, and then telcos have a push to kind of source locally. Even
Yes.
the bigger ones, Ericsson, Nokia,
Yeah.
are making their products in the country. Ericsson recently had a partnership with VVDN on the passive antenna, and they are now exporting to Asian countries. Are you looking at more such opportunities, working
Yeah.
with those global telecom giants and get
Yes.
something?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you like give more color on that?
I mean, see, we are, and I think we are talking to all the large global companies, and we are engaged with quite a few of them, and there are many more coming, and we are helping them do their product designs and manufacturing in India, right? So some customers starts with pure manufacturing. There are some customers which engage with right from design,
Right.
and then going into manufacturing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 6G, you mentioned that you have started to work on 6G.
Yeah.
What sort of because standards are still being developed, and a lot of stakeholders are collaborating. What is VVDN doing in the 6G domain?
So again, multiple things, right? So first of all, we are part of the committee which is standardizing 6G. Secondly, we have developed a 6G Center of Excellence within VVDN, where we are focusing on building some very core IPs, right? So one of the good things that we did while 5G was being developed, VVDN was a very active contributor to the overall ORAN space, right? So we built a lot of IPs in that space. We understand this domain extremely well. So similarly in 6G, all the way from software stacks to hardware to antenna design, there's a lot of work that we are doing internally. So we want to be ahead of the race, in case of 6G.
Okay. Let's conclude this chat, and it's a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you
very
for
much.
having me. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.